Know your why, and you can clearly see what's working against you. But unless you step onto the path, nothing changes.
That's the difference between transformation and insight.
That's right. And today we're going to be looking at stage number 3 of the bold rebuild, the path. This is where we take everything we learned from our beacon statement and our current, and we decide what actionable steps can we take to start moving forward.
Let's build the path together.
Welcome back to the Bold Rebuild. I'm Faye Lynn.
And I'm Lynn, and we're so glad you're here with us today.
We really are. And if this is your first time joining in on the Bold Rebuild, we're in a series of the 4 stages of the Bold Rebuild system. This is something we use ourselves and we use with clients to move them forward in life. I'm just going to quickly go over what the 4 stages are. Number 1 is the beacon, discovering your guiding why. Number 2 is the current, honestly assessing where you are and what needs to be built. Number 3 is the path. That's what we're looking at today, creating an actionable plan to move forward. And number 4 will be the light ahead. And that's where we build a life that creates a ripple effect for others.
That's right. The beautiful ripple effect. Yeah. Last time we spent time in the current, looking at the forces and habits that are carrying us or pulling us under.
Today, we're going to move from assessing things to action. We're going to move forward. How are we going to move forward to go in the direction that our beacon and our current is taking us?
A lot of people think you have to have a plan, which is like a giant 5-year plan or a vision board or a 12-page strategy document. The path is simply the bridge between where you are right now and where your beacon is calling you to be.
Yeah, it's not about perfection. It's not about doing exactly the right things at the right time. It's about consistent movement, moving forward. Even the smallest steps on a clear path take you further than all these ideas you have, but they're just still written down in your notebook.
And here's the good news. You don't have to have the whole road mapped out. You just need to follow the light that's leading you right now.
When my marriage ended, I didn't just lose a relationship. I lost a version of life that I thought I was building. All of a sudden, I became a single mom and my identity was really shaken. But I knew as I had my beacon statement and I kept moving forward towards that instead of just surviving, I was making a survival method. I had a way, a clear path that I wanted to move forward in. And I always tried to stay focused on that during that time because I still had to raise my kids and go through that healing process. And there was a lot going on and it really had to stay focused on what my next step would be.
So looking back, what mattered most on that path?
Looking back, I would say 2 things really mattered most. Well, number 1 is that I always wanted to stay true to whatever that statement was. So I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to raise some healthy kids. I needed to get healthy too. So that was my number 1 thing. And number 2 is that I stopped waiting for the path to be safe before I took the step on it. I made some clear decisions of where I wanted to move forward, but when it felt unsturdy or unsteady, I still kept going because I knew everything can't feel safe when you're going. It has to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Those were the 2 main things. Stay clear into my beacon statement. And the other thing was not to be afraid when things felt unsafe. I just keep moving forward.
I understand that feeling of having the ground shift under you. By the time I was 11, I lost both my parents. So my path was not clear at that point. It wasn't a clear map. I had to figure out how to survive when the people who were supposed to be there weren't. Now my sister was wonderful through that time and she stepped in, but it was still very different not having parents, obviously.
Yeah, I guess so. That's like a huge, huge thing that happened in your life. But more recently, what has happened?
Recently would be my job change, my career change. So as you know, I'm a peacemaker and I just couldn't launch into this new career of chaos or anything. I had to plan it out and figure out what would be a good fit and where I would work best in my giftings. And it's important on that path for me in the next part of this journey in my career.
And you feel good about the way that you built it up, that you started with the beacon statement and started going through the bold rebuild? Yeah, because even though we weren't aware of the bold rebuild in the past, it seemed like those steps were the things in your life that would get you through right during that time.
It didn't have a title of bold rebuild, but it was a bold rebuild.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take everything that we've shared, all the things that we've talked about, Carol's story, my story, and make it practical. We're going to use an example a lot of people can relate to, and we're going to walk through an entire path. We're going to give you the steps that you take to make a path to go forward. We're going to use the example of someone being divorced or being a single parent, that kind of thing, that type of loss, of going through a loss. Let's say that this would be a beacon statement to start with. I want to rebuild a stable, faith-filled life where I can lead myself well and provide for my family with confidence. We'll say that's our beacon statement, and then let's move on from there. That's our North Star, right?
Step 1, name the 6-month destination clearly. Take the beacon and make it specific. For example, in the next 6 months, I will create financial stability, establish a peaceful home rhythm for my kids, and begin using my story to encourage other women.
Yeah, that's great. Step number 1. So that's just where you start. Step number 2 is that then we reverse engineer those milestones that we want to do. We want to have in the next 6 months that accomplished, but what can we do in the next 90 days to move forward towards that? So there could be some small things you can do. Number 1, you can make a clear budget and an emergency fund. Get that started. Number 2, a consistent weekly schedule that protects your energy and protects your kids. And one small way that you can do it is by starting to share things, like either share a post about it or tell other people about what you're going through. Those are small steps you can take in the next 90 days that gets you towards your 6-month goal that you're preparing. Then you break it down further, just from the 90 days to 30 days, and then say, this week, what am I going to do this week that's going to get me towards my 6-month goal?
And then we get into step 3. Identify the first 3 bold, doable steps. These are actions you can take in the next 7 to 14 days. They should stretch you, but not require a complete life overhaul overnight. For someone rebuilding after divorce, those first 3 steps might look like this, for example. Number 1, meet with a financial planner or a trusted friend to make a money plan. Number 2, choose one evening a week that is just time for your family. No phones, no TV, no screens, just you and your family. Number 3, write one honest page in your journal. What strong and peaceful actually looks like for me now.
And notice that all these steps, they aren't like a life overhaul. You don't have to have everything figured out. All you need to be doing is moving in the right direction. That's what's so great about this. It's little tiny baby steps to get you in the right direction.
Step 4, design your support and review rhythm. Who will walk with you? A trusted friend, a small group, a consultant, or even an accountability thread. We recommend use the 15-minute weekly review to move you forward.
Okay, and let's look at step 5. I know it sounds like a lot of steps. Just stop it, pause it, listen to it again, because these steps are important and they will get you moving forward in any situation. We're just looking at this one type of bold rebuild right now. Step number 5 is build in the lamp for your feet. That's the principle that says you don't need to know the whole road. You just need to know the next couple of steps. And you have to have enough courage to take those next couple of steps. And there's a scripture for this that we'd like to put with it. It's Psalm 119:105. It says, your word is a lamp for my feet and a light to my path. God rarely hands us the entire map. He usually gives us a few steps, and we just have to be faithful and believe that we know that there is a further plan. What we need to do is establish the steps that'll take us moving forward towards our beacon.
A lot of us get stuck waiting for a clear plan after a divorce or an early loss.
Yes, but we have some encouraging words from Proverbs 16:9, and it reminds us that in the hearts of humans, we plan our course, but the Lord establishes our steps. Planning is our part. Establishing the steps is His.
So we plan, and then we follow the light that's ahead of us.
That's the difference between a plan that stays on paper or actually gets walked out. Here is your challenge for this week. Whether you're rebuilding after a divorce or just any season that you're going through a bold rebuild in, here's your challenge. Write your 6-month destination from your beacon. Number 2, list the 3 steps you can take in the next 14 days, right? We're going to make it short. We're going to make shorter steps. It's going to be a long haul, but we're going to start with the short steps. And number 3 is to tell someone, comment below, or tell a friend, or have an accountability partner, somebody that's going to be there when you need to take the next step and you may need have a little shake in your confidence.
And if you're not sure what the next 3 steps should be, just start with the most honest one. Momentum is more important than perfection.
Well said. It really is. And I know, because I'm speaking from a person that used to be a real perfectionist, that I would wait to do something. But at that point in my life, I decided that you just can't wait for the next perfect thing to happen. You have to just make something happen. Keep moving forward. Drop it in the comments. We'll read them and we'll be cheering for you that you're going to be able to get those 3 steps ready for the next 14 days.
This time, we'll step into stage 4, the light ahead.
If this series is helping you And make sure you watch the other ones. Obviously, they all go into one another. And download the Beacon Statement, the PDFs that we've created for you. Download them and get them and start working on this, because it will be very beneficial to you. We found it for ourselves and for clients. And would you subscribe, turn on notifications, and pass it on to someone else that you think would benefit from this bold rebuild system?
Please visit us at FayeLynnsLighthouse.com. Become part of the community. We'd love to have you. We're in this together.
Schedule a free consultation and have a talk with us. Even if you're just starting on the Beacon Statement, we can help you with that. Remember, you don't have to know the whole path. You just have to take one step with courage and faith.
Let's rebuild boldly. And don't forget to like and subscribe.